Started off the season, nothing stopped us. Everything was going right.
Oh, for Ian Wright.
Yeah.
Oh, okay, that works.
Yeah, they did hot stuff. We obviously had a couple. We lost to you in the '94 one. No one can stop us now. Turns out you could.
And we did stop you.
You did stop us.
Always a risky strategy, that, and it bringing out a song, No One Can Stop Me.
Yeah, no one can stop us, and we were stopped.
Hello and welcome to another Who You Got powered by Betway podcast with me, Andy Goldstein, and of course, he is gorgeous. When you're close up with him, he's gorgeous. Rory Jennings is here.
That's very misleading, but I appreciate it.
Wave
Thank you.
Yeah, we've got
everybody.
a great podcast coming up today. We're going to be talking about Arsenal. Will they bottle the league? Probably not, sadly. And we'll talk about Spurs and West Ham. Who's going down? It's evenly balanced.
Yeah, it really is. We do need to give this a due diligence that it deserves. But before we get into it, I need to ask you a massive favour. We're going to be back every single week. So will you please click subscribe so you do not miss an episode? Thank you very much.
Right, lots coming up on today's podcast. As we've already told you, but we have to start with the bottom of the league rather than the top. And that's who's going down. Is it West Ham or Spurs? Now, over the last few weeks when we've done this, I've said Spurs. Then, of course, it changed a little bit. And that madness happened at London Stadium with the goal that wasn't given. And then I thought, West Ham been beaten, they're going down. But then Spurs dropped points in their last outing at home to Leeds. And now I'm thinking, this is what I'm thinking, I think West Ham are favourites to stay up when you look at the last two fixtures.
Yeah, I think you're probably onto something. Also, I think West Ham, even though they didn't get the points against Arsenal, they might be invigorated by the way that they played, by the way that they feel robbed. You know, if you feel wronged, it can have an impact on how you go into your next game. It might lead to some sort of effect, a galvanised force. They might find some sort of fight that can see them survive. It's pretty much, though, going to come down to how Tottenham get on at Stamford Bridge. If Tottenham win at Stamford Bridge, that will probably put them out of sight.
Yeah.
And they were an enigma, Tottenham. I saw this thing. Their home form, they're 19th in the table. Their away form, they're 5th.
That's insane.
It's insane. They just don't like playing at home. They don't like the pressure of that Tottenham Hotspur Stadium.
Yeah. Let's start with West Ham then before we delve into the fixtures, because West Ham's next game is away at St James's, right?
Yeah, it's harder than it's easier than it sounds.
Well, we're at the stage of the season now where you're playing teams that have got nothing to play for.
Yeah.
And Newcastle one of those teams. They are, right?
They are very much one of those teams. The only thing that they're playing for, really, there's major conversations about Eddie Howe losing his job.
Yeah.
And if the players are buying into the Howe project, like I rate Eddie Howe, I really do. I think he's a very good manager. I wanted him to be the England manager. But if the players do like Howe and they want him to survive, they need to give these fans something to celebrate towards the end of the season. They need to give them some performances. But overall, I think that West Ham are capable of going up to St James's Park and winning. It's not a happy club.
Yeah. Do you think that both sides now, Spurs and West Ham, and we'll stay with West Ham, do you think they have to win both games now to have a chance of survival?
I think West Ham definitely do.
Yeah.
I think West Ham have to go into their next two fixtures and win both. I think they need to accrue 6 points. Tottenham might not look at it the same way. They've already got a cushion. But West Ham, it's not in their hands. They have to do everything that they can to win the game. But how do you think that will affect them? You know what happened at the London Stadium the other day?
Yeah.
How do you feel like that will affect this West Ham team?
I think you touched on it earlier. I think it shows they've got bite, right? And that bite maybe was missing in Tottenham's game. I think they'll be a little bit aggrieved they didn't get anything out of the game whatsoever, even a point. I thought they should have got the point. I think they'll walk off that pitch thinking maybe it was a game I wouldn't say they could have won, because it was a really tight game. And you sort of, the longer it went on, you expected Arsenal to somehow score a goal. And as Odegaard got the ball, and when he came on the pitch, Odegaard, he gave him something they'd been lacking throughout that whole game. And he came on, did that little jink, and then he found Trossard. And as soon as the ball went to Trossard just inside the box, I was thinking he'll score.
Yeah, inevitable, isn't it?
Yeah. And obviously, I was thinking that West Ham fans, who I thought they were great in that game actually at London Stadium, they gave a lot of noise. They were obviously desperate for West Ham to get back in it. And the way that they scored and then it was not given.
Yeah.
I think West Ham fans and the players will go into the Newcastle game with so much fight and determination that they won't let that happen again.
I think you're right, and that's what they have to do. I suppose the other side of it, not that I think this will happen, you can start feeling very sorry for yourself. They can't let that feeling.
No, you can't.
They can't feel wronged. They can't feel hard done by. They can't allow that to fester. They have to use the performance against a team that are ultimately going to be champions. They have to use that performance to propel them now, give them motivation, and go and beat Newcastle. Like, it's, if somebody said to you at the beginning of the season, you might be relegated. But if you win at St James's Park, a Newcastle team with nothing to play for, where the manager feels like is in real jeopardy of losing his job, you've got to go and win at St James's Park to keep your Premier League survival. You take those odds.
Well, the gap between them is 2 points, right?
Yeah.
Okay, let's look at both games. West Ham have got Newcastle.
Yeah.
Spurs have got Chelsea, both away. Which is the tougher game? It's at the Bridge.
Chelsea's definitely a tougher game, especially for Tottenham. They've won there once in 37 years.
So I agree with you, right? So that, in theory, suggests that West Ham have got more chance of getting something out of it.
Yeah.
And then the last one, West Ham have got Leeds.
Yes.
And Spurs have got Everton at home. Now, you've told us
Home form.
how bad Spurs are. And Everton, they'll be trying to get European football.
Yeah. And every time with Everton, when you go, they might not be up for it. It's why David Moyes is such a good manager for a club like Everton. You saw their performance against Man City when it felt like they had nothing to play for. So I think the fixtures are definitely kinder to West Ham. But a 2-point cushion for Tottenham feels huge at this stage of the season.
Let me ask you, this is a great question, right? You've got a cup final coming up.
Yeah.
Would you rather win the cup final and lose to Spurs?
Yeah.
Or lose the cup final and relegate Spurs?
We have to want the silverware. Like, I'd rather win the cup.
Wow, that surprises me about you.
Does it?
Because you're quite a nasty man in real life.
Bitter, yeah.
Here
absolutely,
you seem a lovely person, but in real life, bitter.
Bitter. Yeah, absolutely. And no, don't get me wrong, I'd love to relegate Tottenham, but not at the expense of winning a cup.
But you got to remember, Cup don't mean anything to you.
Oh, it does.
Oh, it doesn't, Rory.
Of course it does. Andy, remember, I'm the age. I was born in the era where Chelsea went 25 years without any trophies.
Yeah.
So I can never ever be sneery towards silverware.
No, but the reason I say that is for a big club like Chelsea, FA Cup's not enough.
I'm quite old-fashioned. I see it as a brilliant...
Is it a good season?
Yeah.
10th in FA Cup?
Yeah.
That's a good... Listen what you said.
Yeah.
Chelsea, good season.
I can't... And I appreciate that as soon as you employ any kind of logic here, I'm going to sound wrong.
Yeah.
But I know I can't do this. Any season where you win silverware is a good season. I was kind of brought up that way. If you win the FA Cup... It's historic. Chelsea's whole identity is built around winning the FA Cup.
I know. If you won the Conference League and finished 10th...
No, because that's not... I don't recognise the legitimacy of that trophy.
Okay.
But the Europa League, when we were in the Cup Winners' Cup, I loved it. I know that there's been like a modern day redefinition of what the FA Cup represents. But you think about how Manchester United fans, like, from your perspective, let me put it on you. Whenever I've gone to Old Trafford, like, I remember the fans singing about always look on the white side of life, Norman Whiteside, legend. Yeah. Why? He won Man United the FA Cup. That's why he's such a legend. Because he won Man United the FA Cup. Not only that, but that was the jewel in the crown of his Manchester United.
Yeah, but if he would have scored a goal that season that relegated Liverpool or Man City...
Yeah, maybe it would be... Yeah.
Same songs coming out, right?
Yeah, maybe. Look, I would love almost nothing more than to relegate Tottenham, but the one thing that I would love more is to win the FA Cup.
Okay. Let's round this section off.
Yeah.
West Ham, they play Newcastle at St James's.
Yeah.
Who wins that?
West Ham United.
Okay. The next game's against Leeds. Who wins that?
West Ham United.
You're giving West Ham 6 points.
They have no choice.
Okay.
They have no choice.
Spurs take on your mob at the Bridge.
They get beat.
And the last game of the season for Tottenham is home to Everton.
I think they could win that.
Okay.
What does that mean for the maths?
That means 6-3. That means Spurs go down.
That means something, right?
By a point.
There we go.
So that's an exclusive.
There we
Do
go.
you think Rory Jennings thinks Tottenham are relegated? They're playing Lincoln next season. Yeah?
Fingers crossed.
And that's all because Rory wants the FA. I know. You'd rather Spurs... I don't know which way around
I want the cup more than I want to relegate.
You want Spurs to stay up? Go on, say it to the camera.
No.
Come on, Spurs. Go on, give it that.
I want the FA Cup. They're very different. They're very different motivations.
But you are relegating Tottenham?
Yes.
You think they go down?
Yes.
Okay. Any problems with that? At Rory Jennings, something to do with me. Now, last week, you'll be delighted to know we had a game of score predictions and just trying to think who won it. Oh, I won it. How great's that? So, no, I lost it. The forfeit was to have a Chelsea pin badge stuck somewhere on me.
Enjoy.
Yeah,
it's a vast improvement. Congratulations.
Yeah,
it's an upgrade.
Really pleased. Upgrade on what?
It's just an upgrade. You add that. It's like putting on a nice. There we go.
Terrible badge, isn't it? When you look at it in detail.
Do you think?
Yeah,
it's better than the devil.
That's going to go here, right? I'm guessing.
You can wherever you wish.
Well, not wherever I wish, because if it was wherever I wish, you wouldn't see it. Is that all right?
Perfect. Beautiful. It'd be fantastic if you
I feel
forget that's
dirty
there.
now.
I hope you just forget that's there.
Let me tell you now, I'm walking the streets naked if this is staying on.
Someone's going to get a picture of that, aren't they?
Well done.
You're
Yeah,
going to be
yeah,
packed
yeah,
on the tube wearing a Chelsea badge.
Yeah, no, it's coming off. As soon as this
You-
show is over,
Mate,
it's coming
you're
off.
a very tired man. I'm not convinced that you'll remember that's there.
Let me tell you now, it's coming off and I'm sticking it somewhere on you, Rory. Right, time now to talk about the FA Cup final. I do love the FA Cup, Rory. I really do. I grew up with
Wonderful.
it.
Wonderful competition.
Yeah. Do you remember getting up? I don't know how old you are, but do you remember getting up in the morning, turning on the telly at 9 a.m. and watching?
Yeah, 100%. I basically remember the cup final dominating my life for a day when I was a kid.
Yeah, me too.
And the song, I would always be very interested in the song. I remember Arsenal did one. Arsenal did one to Donna Summer's Hot Stuff. Do you remember that?
No.
They did
There's a reason I don't remember that.
They did
What
their
was
own
it called?
Hot Stuff.
Oh,
But
okay.
they changed the lyrics. They changed the lyrics to make it sort of relate to it. If I keep telling us we're boring, we'll just keep on scoring now rather than, that was...
Sing it to me, Rory.
Started off the season, nothing stopped us. Everything was going right. Walking
For Ian
out-
Wright.
Yeah.
Oh, okay, that works.
Yeah, they did Hot Stuff. We obviously had a couple. We lost to you in the 94 one.
Yeah.
No one can stop us now. Turns out you could.
And we did stop you.
You did stop us.
Always a risky strategy, that, isn't it? Bringing out a song, No One Can Stop Me.
Yeah, no one can stop us, and we were stopped. Then obviously Blue Day was huge for us when we won it in 97.
Okay.
So no, I'm with you. I love the cup.
Don't do the cup final songs anymore.
It's a shame.
Yeah.
It's a shame. It was a great tradition. I love all those old videos as well. You know when you see the squad sort of singing with Suggs or whatever.
Yeah, that was good.
Yeah, Dennis Wise and Suggs trying to harmonise.
Do you remember, not that it was a cup final song, but do you remember Glenn and Chris?
Yeah,
Diamond Nights?
yeah.
That was good.
Yeah.
I re-released that with Jason Cundy. Got to number 23 in the charts.
I know that.
That's a true fact.
I
by the
do
way.
know
You
that.
can Google that.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah, so I'm with you. I love the cup. I love what it represents. I think it's a shame that it's not at the end of the season, but it's a special moment. Like whenever you're in a stadium for it as well, and I'm going. You know when they start playing "Abide with Me," like, I'll have "Abide with Me." When I go, "Abide with Me" will be sung at my funeral as a homage to the
Bit
FA
dark,
Cup
isn't
final.
it?
Or light, in fact. It's a celebration. That's how much I love the FA Cup. "Abide with Me" will be sung.
Oh, you're talking funeral songs.
Yeah, I'm going to "Abide with Me."
Very dark this episode already, isn't it?
Sure, I'm saying it's a celebration. I'm saying it's a celebration.
Yeah.
And a homage to the FA Cup will be.
But even then, it would be sad standing by your coffin. They probably won't leave this in, but standing
You can leave it
alongside you. Yeah, they'll leave it in.
You can leave it
Standing alongside you, singing "Abide with Me."
yeah. Don't you, that's how much I love the cup.
Do I need to wear a suit? Can I wear trainers?
Suit and trainers. You'd be like Doctor Who.
I'd be exactly like Doctor Who. That's the vibe I'm going for. Talking of who, who's going to win this?
I think it's on a knife edge. I genuinely think it's on a knife
you?
edge. Yeah.
Why?
Okay. Manchester City have lost the two last cup finals. They went into those two cup finals as massive favourites.
Yeah.
They went into those two cup finals. Like against Crystal Palace, people were saying that it was going to be another Watford when they smashed Watford. People were
Yes,
thinking
I
it was
agree.
going to be
I
like
was
that.
saying that, yeah.
And look at what happened.
Who's the one before that, though?
Manchester United.
Oh, yeah.
And that was a Manchester United team led by Eric Ten Hag. They were in disarray.
Yeah.
So that's what I'm basing it on. They have our record in cup finals isn't great at the moment either.
Yeah. I don't know if previous cup finals count going into cup finals. Do you? It's like when a team hasn't played in the Premier League for like 42 years and they go, they haven't beaten them in 42 years. And I'm like, well, that's because they haven't been there for 40. Like, does form really carry over like that?
But Guardiola is on the cusp of losing 3 consecutive FA Cup finals. Like, it must matter a bit, mustn't it? It must have some sort of an
Well,
impact.
the fact that he rested so many big players against Crystal Palace,
That was annoying.
for you it was, yeah.
was annoying.
That tells me that he's taking this one serious.
Yeah. Yeah. Oh, he'll take it seriously. Because people are saying that it's not necessarily gone his way. If you end the season with the 2 domestic cups, in my book, that's a great season. They'll finish second in the league and win two domestic cups. I don't think it's a bad year.
It's not, for most clubs, it's not a bad year, but what that tells you about City is they haven't won the Prem and they haven't won the Champions League.
Yeah, but it's a real... I kind of know what you mean, but I do think that as a plan B, I don't think it can ever be viewed through the lens of being
No, maybe
negative when
not.
you haven't won.
A domestic double, yeah.
Yeah, you've won a domestic double.
Maybe.
Great.
Who's important for you? Or should I say
Enzo Fernandez.
us?
Exactly.
I will be supporting Chelsea on that
Enzo
day.
Fernandez. Enzo Fernandez basically needs to have the game of his life.
Yeah.
Enzo Fernandez.
There's question marks over him, isn't there?
Yeah, Moises Caicedo's not playing well. I don't particularly like or rate Enzo Fernandez, but I have to hold my hands up. He's been brilliant for us this season.
Yeah, yeah.
He plays with a real edge. He's got, that kind of Argentinian venom And you've seen it a lot at Manchester United. You know that edge, like he scores.
They've got a bite.
He scores a goal and he'll make sure that whoever was marking him knows that they let him go.
Yeah, that's nice.
Mason Mount comes back to Stamford Bridge and he'll have Mason Mount like round the throat. He really does buy into those rivalries. And look, he scored a goal against Paris Saint-Germain. He's immediately they knocked us out of the European Cup, so it didn't age well, but he's immediately showing them and the Paris Saint-Germain Ultras the Club World Cup where we beat them in the final. So he'll love this. He'll love the opportunity. Obviously, he's been linked with Man City as well. He probably will leave Chelsea, but what a way to go out, winning Chelsea the FA Cup.
Who's key for City then, do you think, in this game? I mean, there's so many players, right?
Do you know who I love?
Cherky.
I do love him. But
Is it Shirky or Cherky? It changes every week. Are you a Shirky or a Cherky?
I'm a Cherky man.
Okay. You're a Cherky man.
I'm a Cherky man. Yeah, I commit to that. I think Bernardo Silva, though.
Yeah.
I just think he's unreal. Like, look, it's easy, wouldn't it? It'd be so easy for us to talk about Haaland. I don't think Haaland's ever scored at Wembley.
No, he hasn't.
So it'd be easy to talk about Haaland, maybe Rodri and winning the midfield battle. But I just think that Bernardo Silva is such an icon.
I'll tell you, if I was a Chelsea fan, who would be a worry for me? And that's your goalkeeper.
Yeah.
Especially
back line.
If the instructions are play out the back. I don't think you'll do that in this game. I hope you don't.
No, well, it's the one good thing about having a fairly unremarkable manager. Do the simple things. Get rid of the ball. Like you're not gonna try and like redefine football. And in an FA Cup final, like McFarlane will go into this and he will go, look, be safe, be sure, go long. You know those fundamentals that you learn when you're a kid. Play the way you're facing. If in doubt, kick it out. I think we'll play it like that. We'll play it really simply, which could like this Man City team are vulnerable, aren't they?
Yeah, I mean they've shown that this season, right? I can't say no to that.
Exactly, and your perspective on this is probably more valuable than mine because I'm obviously going to look at this through a really biased lens. But what do you think? Am I wrong here to say that Chelsea have a real chance?
I've seen nothing of Chelsea this season, albeit the majority of it under Liam Rosenior, but nothing this season that leads me to believe that they've got a chance of beating City.
What about? And I know it was a completely different time, a completely different manager, but the big occasions this season for us where we have turned it on. So, for example, we played Barcelona at home, wiped the floor with them. Played Liverpool at home before we realised quite how vulnerable Liverpool were. Didn't exactly wipe the floor with them, but played very well. We've had our moment. We had a very good performance against Arsenal before it all went wrong. We have had, I appreciate I'm clutching at straws here, but we have turned it on occasion.
How did you get on against City?
We got battered 3-0 at home, but we got a weird 1-1 draw away from home.
So you haven't beaten them?
We haven't beaten them. We haven't got a good record against them. We haven't got a good record against them at all.
Come on in, what's going to happen? Cup final. Who wins it? What's the score?
I think it goes to extra time and we nick it.
Do you?
Yeah, I do.
Show me what's in your cup. You got alcohol in there?
I wish.
Do you really?
I really think we're going to nick it.
I think they'll beat you 3-1.
Oh, well, just a battering. They're just better than us, and that's that.
Yeah, I think so.
You're probably right, but I'm marking it in. I'm writing it. I'm using a clipboard.
Do I need to mark it?
I'm marking it in a clipboard.
I'll pretend I am.
I mean, serious stuff here. Chelsea win it 2-1 after extra time.
Okay, I've written down 3-1. I haven't written anything.
Who You Got is powered by our friends at Betway. With your rewards every week from Betway, make the most of exclusive new offers, free bets, free spins, and so much more.
Lots of games to talk about this weekend. Manchester United home to Nottingham Forest.
Yeah. Big game, I think.
Yeah, it's a big game for a number of reasons. The main one being, of course, Michael Carrick, right? It looks like we're led to believe that Manchester United have opened talks, or will open talks. No one really knows.
Yeah.
With Michael Carrick, good thing or bad thing?
Look, Andy, I think it's an excellent thing. I think he deserves a job. Football should be a meritocracy, right? He's earned the job.
Yeah.
Nobody's accrued more points in the Premier League since he took over. It just feels like a tap.
That's unbelievable. That's gone under the radar. That
Look who they've beaten. They've won at the Emirates.
Yeah.
Nobody's done that. They've beaten Liverpool.
Yeah.
They've beaten Man City. It's excellent. But I said something on TalkSport. It went out on my social media, and I was very surprised by Manchester United fans pushing back. So I said he should get the job. It's obvious he should get the job.
When did you say that? Recently?
Yeah, yesterday.
Okay.
Yesterday, I put something on social media, and what I was really taken back by was the vast majority of Manchester United fans, I'd say 70-30 split, were anti-Carrick getting the job long term.
Really?
Yeah.
Was that on your social media?
It was on my social media. It was
Why?
amplified by other Manchester United fans.
Why? On what grounds?
They just think that he's not an elite gaffer. He hasn't had to navigate the tricky terrain of European football and cup football and Premier League football.
Right. Well, I don't know what an elite gaffer is anymore. Like when Oliver Glasner came over, I'm like, will he do well? I mean, their greatest ever manager, right? Andoni Iraola.
Yeah.
Was he going to do well? He's done unbelievable. I don't really know what we've had. Elite managers. We've had Jose. He had, for what he had at the time, had a decent. We had Van Gaal.
Yeah.
Wasn't that great? We had Ruben Amorim, was meant to be the next, cab off the ranks.
The worst ever.
Yeah.
So you're in favour of Carrick getting the job long term?
Yeah, I think so. Unless the PSG manager became available. Yeah, Luis Enrique. Unless he became available. But why not give it to Carrick?
I'm with you. I was just baffled by the take. What about? So not Enrique, because you're right. Everybody takes Enrique. There isn't a club in the world that doesn't take Luis Enrique. He's a genius. But the next rung down from Enrique, the likes of Nagelsmann.
Yeah. I don't know if you're necessarily getting a much better manager for Manchester United.
I agree.
You might tactically, with the experience he's got, you might. But if you get rid of Carrick, right, you've already had so many senior players come out and back him and say he's the right man, give him the job. So that speaks volumes. If you get rid of him, you've got to start right at the very beginning, and it's a huge risk. It's a huge risk. And United have got it wrong so many times. You sort of feel, and we say it so often in football, they've got to get this appointment right? They really do. They really do. Because third in this season of the Premier League, from where we were when he took over, has been unbelievable.
He was 7th. Chelsea were above you.
But it wasn't just 7.
He was 7 and broken. 7 and broken.
Yeah, that's the problem.
Yeah, and then he's come in. His remit, and it was an optimistic remit, was get Manchester United into the Champions League. He's done it with games to spare.
Yeah.
It's crazy how easily he's done it.
Yeah.
Picking up wins all over the place. The odd blip, but it's odd. And it feels like there is a happiness around Manchester United.
Yeah, totally.
Like the Stretford end's bouncing.
Yeah. Yeah, I think you'd lose that again if you started again. I think it's a big risk.
Can you understand the rationale of Manchester United fans that seem to be wary of this? So, for example, if I were to put Michael Carrick's record in, his first 15 games and juxtapose it with Ole Gunnar Solskjaer's.
You say juxtapose?
Yeah.
Does anyone say that?
Is that all right?
Juxtapose. I mean, compare would have worked.
Compare it. No, I mean, literally put it next to... Yeah, okay, we can compare.
Juxtapose.
That's spot on.
Anyone heard that?
I'm convinced I'm in the right. But
you might be. I just don't think people
I might have
use...
to consult my OED. No, I've got a thumbs up.
Yeah, from David Brent over there. Yeah, it's perfect. Cheers, Dave.
Okay, if you were to compare the two...
No, juxtapose.
No, you've ruined it. If you were to compare the two...
Yeah.
Apparently, I think this is a ludicrous comparison, but they're very similar. With the warnings from the Ole Gunnar Solskjaer track record early...
They are very similar.
Does it matter? They're
their own men, aren't they? If you look at Solskjaer's record, even to the end, it wasn't as bad as people think.
I think he's probably the most successful manager at the club since Fergie.
He didn't win anything, did he?
No, but he had you second. He had you second. You had big performance. Look, Solskjaer Ten Hag won 2 trophies, and you know how much I love trophies, right?
Yeah.
But you can't argue that Ten Hag was a better Manchester United manager than Solskjaer, can we?
Well, if you count it on trophies, you can.
But they were terrible.
How do you measure someone's success? Is it trophies? It must be, right?
I think happiness, performances, style of play. There are other metrics. Yeah, ultimately, I guess trophies.
Trophies is top of that list. How you measure someone?
Yeah, but it's not the only metric.
No, it's not. It's not.
Okay, but
He wasn't as bad as people make out.
Agreed.
Solskjaer, right?
Agreed. But do you think that you're right? Do you think Manchester United fans are right to take warning from what happened with Solskjaer?
I think they have to be apprehensive, right? Yeah. But maybe that's just out of worry more than anything else. As you say, since Michael Carrick's come in, he's had a fantastic record. We're playing the type of football that we expect. He knows exactly what type of football Man United fans expect as well. And so give him a go. The test will be, as you've pointed out a few times, when we're in the FA Cup, when we're in the League Cup, when we're in the Champions League.
Is this the answer then? Just give him a 2-year deal. Like, make it...
I don't think that matters, does it? If you give him a 5-year deal, if after 6 months...
Yeah, you get rid of him anyway.
You get rid of him, yeah.
Yeah.
How do you think United will get on in this game?
I think they'll win it. I think Manchester United win every week under Carrick,
yeah.
which basically tells a story. No, I'll always think they win.
Oh, fine, okay.
My prediction for Manchester United under Carrick is they'll win the game.
Yeah, okay. And we weren't getting that prediction under Ruben Amorim.
No, I thought they'd lose every game.
Okay, go on. United against Forest?
United will win it 3-1.
Oh, I was going to say 3-0.
3-1.
Okay. Let's talk about what I think it's fair to say. I've not talked to Rory about this, but I would imagine he's going to agree with me. The biggest banker of the weekend has to be Arsenal beating Burnley. I can sit it till the end of time, and I can't see you putting a case together that suggests Arsenal are going to lose that game or even draw it.
The only way that you can even envisage it is if they just completely shoot themselves in the foot. just completely choke. You know, like we've seen Sporting chokes, haven't we? Like when Harry Kane stepped up against
France.
Yeah, against Lloris.
That's tough. That's not a choke. Because he did score a penalty in that game.
Yeah, I think he choked. Look, we've seen these things happen. We've seen favourites, clear favourites at the Olympics, clear favourites not get there. But I think it's that level. This is Simone Biles going to win a gold. Like that's how clear this is.
What's interesting when you say I don't agree with the fact you're saying Harry Kane choked, but players do choke when taking a penalty. But collectively as an 11, I can't see a group of people choking. If it's a moment where you've got 4 minutes to go and Burnley have got a penalty 0-0, then I'd understand that concept. But I just can't see.
Can a team choke? I mean, I guess there've been examples of teams in the driving seat
losing. There
have been examples of teams though completely in the driving seat to win the title and then not winning it. If you think about Manchester United not winning it the year Aguero scored, it was
I don't think that was a chokage, was it?
I think there were a couple of results that where they did choke. But look, the reason that I'm even like discussing this is the only way that Arsenal don't win this game, and I think they'll win it 4-0. But the only way that they don't is if somehow Burnley put in a historic performance. Yeah. Like historic. And there's nothing in it for them.
No.
Like, what do they? They've got, Michael Jackson.
Nothing to play for.
Yeah.
Michael Jackson.
Michael Jackson.
Have you seen it?
No.
Oh, you're talking about the manager?
I'm talking about the manager, yeah.
Right, I thought you
were is there a, okay, look, let's just do me a favour.
Just tell me.
I can always talk about Jacko.
Yeah.
But just play a game with me. Is there a world where Burnley?
No.
Like how? What happens? No. What's in it for them? What
I'll
goes
tell
on
you,
for
I'll tell you that world. First 10 minutes, Burnley are through. One Arsenal player pulls down theirs, gets sent off instant red. They're down to 10, right?
Yeah.
That needs to happen early on.
Yeah.
Then Burnley need to somehow nick a penalty just before half time. So Arsenal fans over the half-time period have got that nervous wait. And then we need to see exactly the same in the second half.
Yeah.
And it needs to be one of those games where Arsenal hit the post 4 times and the crossbar.
That's what it
times.
needs. Yeah, that's
and the goalkeeper has a game of his life.
Yeah,
that's what it is. Only, and I can't say that's the only conceivable way I can see
22
Arsenal.
shots on target, all that nonsense where you just don't end up scoring.
Yeah, and they maybe nick an equaliser on 90+4 and that's it.
Yeah. It's impossible though, isn't it?
It is impossible.
Has there ever been, since we've been doing this show together, we always try and come up with a banker every week.
Yeah.
I don't think we've ever had a bigger banker. This is it, isn't it? This fixture, this is the one. It's the biggest.
If I had your earnings, I would stick it all on Arsenal to win this game.
Couple of quid.
Couple of million, I've heard.
A couple of quid, you've heard
Driving
wrong.
Lamborghinis and Ferraris.
I agree with you. I can't see a world where Arsenal don't. But they kind of need to. Because say they draw. It's impossible, but say they draw.
It is impossible.
The goal difference has now gone for them.
That's right.
City have now run away with the goal difference. So a draw would end it. City would then...
We'll come on to Man City because they've got a tough game in Bournemouth.
But look, Arsenal win a game, don't they? And it's just a matter of by how many.
Put 4 now. 4 down.
4 down.
Yeah.
4
You happy with that? 4-0?
4-0.
Okay, second half? Another 4?
Do you think it could go heavy?
8.
Do you think it could actually
No,
go
it
heavy?
won't be that mad, but it will be 3 or 4. Easy.
Yeah. And also, the second that Arsenal go 1-0 up...
It's over.
It's over.
Yeah.
I'm not going to watch.
There you go.
I'm not going to
There's your banker. 100%. If I was allowed... Am I allowed to bang the table? Yeah.
Bang it.
Banker for the weekend.
Who You Got is powered by our friends at Betway. With your rewards every week from Betway, make the most of exclusive new offers, free bets, free spins, and so much more.
Time now for everyone's favourite part of the podcast. I don't think we've done it before, but it's going to be your favourite. It's the over or under showdown. Or the under-over. It makes no difference. The rules are exactly the same. You're going to pick 3 games where you think there's going to be 4 or more goals in them.
Okay.
All right?
Yes.
Hence over. All right. It's really over. Actually, we don't care about the under. It's over. It should just be called the over showdown. Whoever's come up with that doesn't work.
Yeah.
So the over showdown.
Okay.
3 games, 4 goals minimum. Where are you going?
3 games, 4 goals minimum. Okay. Yeah. Where you will get goals galore is at the Emirates. I'm going to go for the easy one first.
Yeah.
Arsenal are going to score as many as they want.
Yeah.
Arsenal are going to score as many as they want. Saka in free-flowing football mode.
That's not easy to say.
No, it's very alliterative.
Say that again.
Free-flowing football mode. Saka.
Really good.
Yeah.
Really good.
Saka is getting himself back fit for the World Cup. I can't see a world where Arsenal don't hit the back of the net at least 4 times.
So is that over 4?
It's over 4 because at least 4.
That's not over 4, is it?
Okay, 5 then.
Yeah.
5. I'll change my score
position.
position.
Your maths
5.
there. You're fine.
5-0 Arsenal.
Okay.
That one is over 4 goals.
Okay.
I'll tell you another one. St James's Park. St James's Park, West Ham United are going to win it 3-2.
You go for 3-2. What game that will be?
Yeah, 3-2. They've both got the potential to concede.
Yeah.
They've both got that.
West Ham are playing for everything.
West Ham are going to go to St James's Park, and it's going to be like a slugfest. They have to go there and win.
Yeah.
They have to go there and score goals. That will leave them exposed at the back, but they will equally.
I like that.
Yeah,
I don't know why I'm pretending to write these down. It makes no difference.
No, it's all right. It's good. It's a good look, though.
Okay,
It's a professional look.
What if I do that?
Yeah, it's a good look.
I ponder.
It makes it seem like you're taking my predictions very seriously.
Okay, hold on.
There we go. And then over 4 goals. Do you think? I need your counsel on this one.
Yeah.
Aston Villa host Liverpool Friday night.
I think Aston Villa will be playing a much weakened side, right?
Could Liverpool score a bundle? No.
They don't really score heavily at the moment. Wolves against Fulham is going to be a ball fest.
Yeah. Everton, Sunderland.
Right, I've got one.
Go on.
I'm talking about the next time you play in the Premier League. The big one at the Bridge, Spurs.
That's got goals in it.
4-1.
Yeah, that's got goals in it.
Okay.
I think.
Can you score 4 in a game?
Yeah, we can score 4 against them.
Yeah.
We could have scored 6 at the Lane before. We can certainly score 4 against them.
Sorry, Tottenham fans. That's
we score. We're beaten 5-1 at Wembley, 6-1 at the Lane. No, we're fine. We could score goals.
So we've chosen. We've got it.
Got it right. So what we saying? 4-1 Chelsea.
So the games that we think there'll be over 4 goals in, not 4, over 4. A lot of people make that mistake. It's not 4, it's over 4.
Yeah.
We've gone for Chelsea and Spurs.
Yep.
Over 4. Then I pretended to write it down, but I didn't. So what are the other two?
Arsenal to win 5-0 against Burnley.
Wow.
And West Ham United to win away at St James's Park 3-2.
Oh, if we get those right, we're heroes. You know that. We probably get knighted.
Maybe we should be.
I've already been knighted, but you probably get knighted for the first time.
What, Sir Rory? Nah. I'm not that material. Yeah, no, I'm not that material. No way.
Right, time now for Rory and I to go through every single game until the end of time with our predictions. All right?
Yes.
This is the part of the podcast, I imagine, if you've got that times 1.5 button so you can still hear us, but it goes on a bit.
Yeah, this is where you're using it.
All the kids use that, right?
Yeah.
The kids
I watch every YouTube video on 1.2.
I didn't know there was a 1.2.
YouTube Premium.
I can't afford that.
Change down the back of the sofa.
How much is YouTube Premium for me?
We'll talk about this. You're a man who deserves YouTube Premium.
Yeah, I do.
Download videos and that's amazing.
Hold on, can you?
Yeah, we sort
me
it
out.
out.
I don't have to pay.
Oh no, you have to pay.
I'm not doing that. Right, let's start with Aston Villa against Liverpool.
I'm going for a Liverpool 2-1 win.
Are you? I'm going for 1-1. FA Cup final, Chelsea, your side, and Man City.
I'm going for after 90 minutes, 1-1.
I'm not. I'm going for 3-1 Man City. Right, back to the Premier League. My mob, Man United against Forest.
I think Manchester United win 3-1.
I've got 3-0. Brentford against Palace.
I think Brentford probably win. Palace have got a lot on their plate.
Yeah, I agree with that.
I'm going to go for a Brentford 1-0.
We saw that with Palace, didn't we, against Man City? What are you going for?
Brentford 1-0.
Yeah, I agree with that. That's fine. Everton against Sunderland.
I'm going for an Everton win. I'm going for an Everton 2-1 win.
I'm going to go honours even 1-0. Leeds United against Brighton and Hove Albion.
I'm going for a 1-1 draw.
I'm going for a home win, 2-1 to Leeds. Wolves against Fulham. I'll write that down first. 0-0.
I'll go 0-2. Fulham win 2-0.
Newcastle, big game. Newcastle v West Ham.
Newcastle 2, West Ham United 3.
You've called that. I'm going to go 2-1 West Ham. That will be an unbelievable result.
Great result.
Unbelievable. Arsenal against Burnley, Monday night.
5-0 Arsenal.
If I write it down, will it happen?
You're going to write down 1-1.
1-0.
You're doing 1-0, really?
You can hear that.
It's locked in.
1-0.
Well, I really hope you're correct.
I'll be miles off that. Bournemouth against Man City. Tough place to go.
Man City just have to win, don't they? They just have to win. I'm going to go for a Manchester City professional 2-0 win.
They have to. I'll go 2-1. I think they'll concede. And Chelsea against Spurs. Battle at the Bridge. A huge game.
We batter them. 4-1 Chelsea.
I'm going to go 2-1. I think it's going to be tight. No, I'm not. I'm going to go 4-3. What did you say?
I said 4-1 Chelsea.
Yeah, I'm going to agree with you. 4-1. Or 3-1 or 2-1 or 1-0. It won't be 1-0. It'll be I'll just put Chelsea win and then fill it in after the result so it looks like I'm right. That is all we've got time for. Stop going, there'll be another one next week. That's all we've got time for on Who You Got. powered by Betway, your favourite podcast now. I've enjoyed it. It's been good today.
Yeah, it's been great fun. And I have to remind you, please do click the subscribe button. We're going to be back every week at the same time. So please click subscribe so that you don't miss an episode. We'll see you on the next one.
I wrote it down. Subscribe. Good advice. Wave to him, Rory.
I'm waving.
Bye, everyone.
Waving.
See you
Ta-da.
next week. Have a good week.